Welcome to your April Woodward Chamber Monthly Luncheon. Pleased as much that you all are here. Gosh, it just seems like we were in here not that long ago, and quite honestly, it wasn't very long ago for Taste of Woodward. Thanks for y'all that celebrated Woodward with us that evening. I think we had close to 40 people or so for Taste of Woodward 9. Thank you all for supporting the Woodward Chamber of Commerce. Pastor Rickman, where are you? Will you come lead us in our invocation? Daniel Rickman, the minister at the First Methodist Church and a new board member for the Woodward Chamber for that matter.
Let's pray. King Almighty, Father, Son, and Spirit, we thank you. Thank you today for this wonderful town, for our schools, for the teachers and students here. We thank you especially for the teachers present and not present today, for their creativity, their commitment, for all the things that you've given them that make them so fit for this job, for leading our children and teaching them. And we pray your blessing over our schools for safety and for warm and kind and righteous and true learning environments. And we ask all this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Guests, well, first of all, the caterer, Jenny, where'd Jenny go? Jenny Hinkle with, there she is, Gusto's. I don't know whether it's Gusto's or Gusto's in Shattuck. Thank you. You've been busy. You catered the governor's breakfast. You're going to be back Friday, Eggs and Issues at Northwestern Electric, and obviously this event, so thank you for helping the Chamber of Commerce out. Nathan Defloff brought with him the new district director for Congressman Frank Lucas's office, Laura Butler Clausen. Laura, thank you all for coming. Don't be a stranger, and when you catch up with Frank, tell him what a good job he does representing the 3rd Congressional District in the great state of Oklahoma. Saw Alex Mantz there with OG&E. Where'd Alex go? Alex, thank you for being here. Ryan Sproul, ONG. Ryan, thank you. How were things in Fairview when you left Major County? Good?
Life's good. We got rain.
Good. Thank you for being here as well. Our community sponsor this month, as it has been for the last several April monthly luncheons, Midday Ambucks, Paula Watson. I think, Paula, you're going to come forward and tell us some of the great things that Ambucks does in this community.
Hello, like you said, my name's Paula Watson. I'm the president of the Woodward Midday Ambucks here in Woodward. Some of our members are here today. If you guys would stand up. We are thrilled that we were invited to attend this special day for the Teacher of the Year. Teachers should be honored each and every day. Just a small tidbit about Ambucks. We are a national organization, but we are a small group here in Woodward. We have about 8 active members, and we do our best try to help everybody in the community any way we can. Our main focus is to give away adaptive trikes. If you see our little flyer on the table, you can see more about the trikes that we have. We do disabled kids, adults, veterans, and sometimes people that just have health issues that need a little motor skills with their trike. Within the last year, we've given away 7 Amtrikes, and those range from anywhere from about $800 to $1,500 a piece. We give away 2 scholarships each year, and they are voted on by our members. We first look to those students pursuing degrees in physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech language pathology, and audiology, but they are not limited to that. We also do our best in other areas, including supplying lunches for the students who help with the school supply giveaway at the beginning of the year, stockings and flowers for the nursing homes in the community and surrounding areas. And we also give money and help other nonprofit organizations too, just like us. Our main money maker that we have is our November harvest, and we hold that the first Friday of November. If you would like to learn more about handbucks, we would love to have you join us at one of our luncheons meetings. We meet on the first and third Thursdays of the month. Please feel free to contact one of us, and we'll be glad to have you as our guest. Thank you.
This is obviously one of our more favorite lunches. I think we started this, oh gosh, I don't know, 6, 7 years ago, incorporating the Teacher of the Year announcement with the April monthly chamber luncheon. Superintendent Puffenbarger, thank you for allowing us to share in a great day for Woodward Public Schools today. Appreciate you allowing us to do this as we have for the last several years. Bruce, thank you. You and Bill, the Stock Exchange Bank, made all the educator lunches, the teacher finalists, their families' lunches today. Thank you very much for doing that. Appreciate you. And I think most of them slipped out on us, but there's a couple of FFA guys left over there. Thank you all for helping serve once again. It is always phenomenal to have those blue and gold jackets inside the building. So thank you all very much. As tradition calls for, our MC for the Teacher of the Year presentation, he's no stranger to any of us. You'll find him during the day. I think so, Bruce, when he's not out doing something else down at the Stock Exchange Bank. So, Bill Fanning, kind of take us through the afternoon and eventually let us know who our new Teacher of the Year will be.
Thanks, CJ. Thank you, CJ. Today we're going to celebrate the success of 4 awesome Teacher of the Year candidates that are here with us today. And these are the teachers that know how to inspire and keep our students sparkling. Woodward has celebrated a Teacher of the Year program for 54 years. That's been that long, CJ, 54 years. The very first winner in 1971 was Mr. Clint Heisel. And no, I was not your MC in 1971. I was still in 8th grade. Would the past Teacher of the Year winners that are here with us please stand? We've got quite a few here. My favorite teacher when I was in high school was my art teacher. One time I asked my art teacher how to draw people. She said I might work on my personality. But seriously, on behalf of the citizens of Woodward, I want to thank all the teachers, administrators, and the school board members for everything that you do. If you're a teacher, administrator, or school board member, would you please stand? I'm glad that Woodward is an engaged community because teachers are what we need to invest in. Education's a crucial component of trying to move our state from being the 42nd poorest state in the nation. I said that right. If you look up poorest states, we're number 8. A better education is going to result in better jobs and better incomes to move us away from that. So right now, the best part that we all came for, we're going to invite students up to tell us why their teacher should be the Teacher of the Year, okay? So we're gonna start out with Miss Sarah Roach. She's over here representing the Early Childhood Center. Her student speakers are Haley Sinceros and Daniel Cortez. Haley's parents are Linda Sinceros and Abel Lopez, and Daniel Cortez is the son of Ruth Agallo. If you guys would come forward.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. If you were to ask me 10 years ago if I like school, I would say I love it, and there's no place I'd rather be. Some children's experiences with school is very different. Some are shy, some don't connect with people, and I just want to say I think my kindergarten experience was the best it could have been thanks to Mrs. Roach. I remember Mrs. Roach's classroom having a warm, welcoming feeling and it feeling like a second home when she spoke. I could understand her and I wasn't afraid to ask questions. What made her special wasn't about how she taught, but the way I knew that she cared about each individual and making sure we all understood the material. Now, if you would ask me if I like school, I would say I like it, but it's just not the same. I remember wanting to go to bed early on Sunday for school, and now it's not so much. So I definitely want to thank Mrs. Roach for shaping my early years and being the best teacher ever. Now I would like to introduce myself. My name is Haley Siniceros Lopez. I am a current student of Woodward High School. I am currently in cheer and track and loving it. I am a member of Boomer Expressions, which is the highest choir we have here. I have made All-State and Honor Choir 3 times. I love playing my guitar, crocheting, and anything that involves physical activity. Thank you so much for everything you have done for me, Mrs. Roach. Thank you so much for listening to my speech.
Hello everyone, my name is Daniel Ramses Cortez. I'm a student at the Woodward High School. I'm a freshman, and today we'll be talking about Mrs. Roach. Mrs. Roach had taught me in kindergarten, and she was one of the biggest teachers for my experiences. As a kindergarten student, I was just trying to figure out who I was as a person, and as a student, I was trying to become my own person. I started out like as a little kid who just listened and tried to I wanted to be my own person and try to be unique to myself. I started my kindergarten year trying new things. Like as a student, I had a haircut wearing a mohawk. A mohawk was really cool to me just because of how unique it was and no one else wore it. Mrs. Roach also encouraged me to be the best person of myself. I was always trying to be excited and have a good smile on my face for school. I always wanted to get up in the morning, take a good nice shower, and get ready for school just to go see my friends and my teacher. Kindergarten was one of the best years of my life. Kindergarten was one of my biggest growing points, and I would just like to thank Mrs. Roach for being there for me because she was always there for me. I have a really good relationship with her because I'm really good friends with one of her kids, Grayson Roach, and I go over a lot of the time, and I can still talk to her, and she can still be someone that I have a really good connection with. I thank you, Mrs. Roach, and I can't see any other way. That's my speech. Thank you.
And we have a rose for each one of our candidates. Mrs. Roach, would you please have all your family stand that you have here with you today? We've got a couple tables full. Would you guys stand? Let's give them a round of applause, too. Thank you. Next, representing the elementary school, Cedar Heights, Highland Park, and Horseman is Miss Ellie Pryor, and her student speakers today are Liam and Summit McVicker. Guys, would you come forward? Their parents are Ike and Shelby McVicker. Go first.
Hello everyone, is my brother Summit. I'm excited to talk to you today about someone very special. Our teacher of the year nominee, Mrs. Pryor. I had the honor of having Mrs. Pryor as my pre-K teacher. And now we all have her as our amazing librarian. She does not just work at one school. She is a librarian at 3 different schools in our town, helping so many students love reading and learning. One of the things that makes Mrs. Pryor so special is all the fun activities she brings to the library. She does not just check out books. She turns the library into a place full of excitement. From the book fair to hatching baby chicks, she makes school a place we'll never forget. But that is not all. Mrs. Pryor planned a one book, one school event where all of us read the same book, The Wild Robot. It was so cool because we all got to talk about the story together, share our favorite parts, and even go to the theater to watch the movie. It brought Woodward schools together in a way that only Mrs. Pryor could do. For all these reasons and more, I think Mrs. Pryor truly deserves to be Teacher of the Year. Thank you for everything, Mrs. Pryor. Thank you.
That kind of makes you want to go back to school, doesn't it? Mrs. Pryor, would you have your family stand that you have with you today? Let's give them a round of applause, too. Next, representing Woodward Middle Schools North and South will be Mr. Bryce Pingree, and his student speaker is Aurelia Inklin, is the daughter of Adam and Alana Spicer. She was just in Alice in Wonderland, was one of the Cheshire Cats. Yeah. Number 3? Right? Number 1, sorry.
Good afternoon, teachers, administrators, and members of our community. My name is Aurelia Inklin, and I am an 8th grader at Woodward Middle School. I would like to begin by saying that we have a plethora of phenomenal teachers in our community, and Mr. Pingree is no exception. Mr. Pingree is a 6th grade geography and Gates teacher as well as a student council sponsor at Woodward Middle School. Mr. Pingree has been a teacher for a total of 14 years, and although he took a hiatus to teach in Yukon, he has returned home to Woodward for the last 3 years. Mr. Pingree has proven to be an excellent teacher and has taught me an abundance of skills that I continue to use both inside and outside the classroom. For example, he not only taught me that good things take time, but has proven it to me here today. Mr. Pingree is a hard-working, dedicated teacher who loves to share his joy of traveling with his students. Moreover, he also has a fondness of showing them what life is like all over the world. He always tries to make sure that his students leave his classroom with a good attitude about not only geography, but about school in general. He helps make that happen by leading by example and always having a smile plastered on his face, and by showing his students that learning can be fun when you have the right attitude towards it. And in my personal experience, it has worked. I never used to like geography. The history side is always what interested me the most, but I remember when we were learning about the Mayan civilization and he taught me about the amazing and large pyramids they would build for their gods, and I thought it was so fascinating. I had many questions about their temples, and Mr. Pingree always did his best to answer all of them to better help expand my knowledge about these breathtaking structures. He showed me that geography can be fun to learn about. So thank you, Mr. Pingree, for teaching me so much and for being such an inspiring teacher. May the force be with you.
Good job. Mr. Pingree, would you have your family please stand that you have with you today? Let's give them a round of applause. Next, representing the Woodward High School is Miss Angela Clem, and her student speaker is Harper Johnson. Her parents are Kyle and Christy Johnson.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Harper Johnson, and I am a sophomore at Woodward High School. It is my honor to stand here today and recognize someone who has made a lasting impact on me and the rest of her students. On August 17, 2023, I began my freshman year of high school, and at 1:50 p.m., I stepped foot into Mrs. Clem's classroom. I remember having mixed emotions. I was partially excited to start a new school year, mostly because I was in a new environment, and within the next 4 years, I would start what would be known as adulthood. However, that did not take away from my highly apprehensive side, not knowing my teachers. Normally, when I begin a new school year, I take pride in myself because since I have been in elementary school, I have lucked out on already having a deeper relationship with those who have taught me, whether it was through family, a family friend, or through my classmates. But last year was different. I walked into Woodward High School with no idea what to expect out of the people who were responsible for my education. What I do remember, though, was looking at my schedule with anticipation to see who my geometry teacher would be. Now, I don't know about you guys, but any form of math is not my strong suit. But with that being said, one teacher can make all the difference. I was hesitant at first when I saw Mrs. Clem's name on my schedule for the school year. Math has always been my weakest subject, let alone geometry. When telling my peers, however, that Mrs. Clem would be my geometry teacher, I received nothing but accolades. They told me that I would be in excellent hands and that Mrs. Clem was a phenomenal teacher. I sat down in my seat, and when class started, I remember thinking to myself, this is the most kind and gentle lady I've ever met in my life. Now, it's not that I thought that Mrs. Clem and I would not get along, I just wasn't sure how well our personalities would blend. I'm a very bubbly, extroverted, and charismatic person, whereas Mrs. Clem has an extremely phlegmatic demeanor that balances the classroom. She has an extreme amount of patience, which sometimes can be hard to maintain when teaching teenagers for 8 hours a day. However, without her patience, we all would have been astray. There were 13 of us in the classroom, 13 different minds, personalities, and skill levels. Every one of us learned differently, and Mrs. Clem did a phenomenal job adapting to meet our needs. As the school year progressed, all 13 of us developed a bond. However, a bond cannot be formed without a source of guidance. Not only that, but someone who can be a shoulder to lean on and someone who respects you for who you truly are, not just for your academic integrity. That person for us, and most importantly for me, was and continues to be Mrs. Clem. A great teacher does more than just teach a subject. They inspire, challenge, and support their students in ways that extend far beyond the classroom. For Mrs. Clem, it is not just about delivering lessons from a textbook, it is about opening new doors and inspiring a lifelong love for learning. Her dedication, patience, and passion for teaching has not only helped me understand the true meaning of what it is to teach, but it has shaped me into a stronger student and individual. Whether it was through her many lessons, encouragement when the classroom was struggling, or her unwavering belief in her students' potential, she has shown that education is more than just grades. It is about growth, perseverance, and self-actualization. Beyond the classroom, Mrs. Clem has also been a mentor, a guide, and most importantly, a friend. She never failed to recognize our accomplishments outside of the classroom. She was continuously celebrating our success and, in turn, lifted us up when we fell. She showed us that we were not just her students, we were her friends. She always put our feelings first on days where she should have prioritized her own. There was never a day that I can remember where she showed up half-hearted. Mrs. Clem was and still continues to strive to be better for her students. She teaches that mistakes are merely stepping stones to growth and that our curiosity is her doorway to help us better understand. She shares not just her knowledge about geometry, but her passion and belief in us. She's the quiet voice that encourages her students to believe in their own potential. In every conversation, every shared struggle, and every triumph, Mrs. Clem creates a tapestry of moments that defines who she truly is as an educator. There is not a day that goes by where I walk the 300 hallway of the high school and neglect to say hi to Mrs. Clem. I might even be late to my 4th hour sometimes because I'm too busy laughing with her in the hallway. Sorry, Mr. Sunderland. She is not just a friend to me, she's a friend to all. Now, as I close this speech, I would like to thank Mrs. Clem for asking me to deliver it today. Back in August of 2023, if you told me I would be up here today, I never would have believed you. You have left a lasting impression on me, and it is something I will forever cherish. You have impacted me in ways that extend far beyond the walls of Woodward High School. You turned your profession into a passion and gave it a purpose. Being a candidate for this award is not the end of your teaching career. It is a reminder and reflection of just how well you succeed in this career. You continue to seek excellence for your students while also pushing yourself to learn new things to better yourself. I stand up here today not just on behalf of you, but your students and the staff at Woodward High School as well. I am so lucky to have been put in your classroom and to have formed a bond with you that I will carry with me forever. So now let's all stand and give Mrs. Clem a huge round of applause.
Mrs. Clem, would you have all your family please stand that's with you today? Let's give them another round of applause. Next, I'd like to thank Sheila Gay and all of her staff at the Woodward News and all the Woodward businesses for all the prizes that are donated for the winter. You can see them along the bottom of the stage up here, but you're going to need help carrying all this out. So thank you to Sheila and your group and all the businesses in Woodward. Let's give them a round of applause. Now, are you ready? We're going to call up our reigning Teacher of the Year for 2024, Miss Savannah Shirley, to come up and reveal the winner.
Good afternoon. I'm excited to be here to celebrate a new Teacher of the Year with you today. However, I'm going to pretend you guys are all 6, 7, 8 years old to calm my nerves a little bit. It has been the greatest honor being your Teacher of the Year. Teaching is my passion, and I'm very blessed to get to live that out daily. Last year after the ceremony, when I saw the list of former winners, I spotted so many teachers that I was lucky to have that made a lasting impact on me. Many fantastic coworkers I have learned from and looked up to, and 2 of my very best friends. It is still unreal to me that I am now on that list of impeccable educators. I am thrilled we get to add another from this amazing group of 4 today. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our candidates. I will begin with Bryce Pingree from Woodward Middle School. Bryce and I actually graduated together and will be celebrating our 20-year reunion soon. He has said that he knew in high school that teaching was a profession he was interested in because he loved history and working with others. After high school, Bryce went on to Southwestern Oklahoma State University and earned a bachelor's degree in arts education. He initially started his career at Head Start and since then has taught geography both in Woodward and in Yukon. He said his favorite part of the job is watching students transform their understanding of the subject. He also loves when students will exclaim at the end of the year how much they love geography when they didn't really have an interest at the start. He said he was greatly inspired by teachers he had growing up here in Woodward. One of my own kids has even been blessed to be in his class. The next candidate I would like to share with you is Sarah Roach. Sarah is also originally from Woodward and graduated from here in 1998. Sarah then went on to OSU and Northwestern, where she graduated with elementary education and became certified in early childhood education. She currently teaches kindergarten at the ECC. She has taught in various districts over her 20 years in education, including Muskogee, Alva, and Woodward. She mentioned growing up in a large family prepared her for teaching because of learning life skills such as kindness, patience, and the importance of building relationships. Coworkers note that Sarah is always finding the good in others and loves to be an integral part of the kindergarten team. She loves to teach with engaging hands-on lessons and enjoys the enthusiasm of the young learners. Our next candidate is Woodward High School math teacher Angela Clem. I found it intriguing when reading through the Woodward News article that she didn't initially think that teaching was for her, but that after continued nudges, she finally decided to visit with Dr. Dina Fisher at Northwestern. Education truly is a calling. After the visit, she enrolled and 4 years later graduated with her Bachelor of Science in Math Education. She said that she loves making connections with students and helping students meet their potential where they are. Her coworkers told me that she's a very giving and selfless coworker and that they love seeing how she brings geometry to life with fun and out-of-the-box activities. Lastly, I would like to introduce Ellie Pryor, our Woodward Elementary librarian. Ellie is originally from Beaver, Oklahoma. After high school, Ellie attended OSU, where she acquired a bachelor's degree in human development and family science with a concentration in early childhood education. Additionally, she has a master's in educational leadership from Southeastern Oklahoma State and 15 hours of library media master's hours from Northeastern Oklahoma State. Ellie began her career teaching kindergarten and then transitioned into pre-K before becoming the librarian position. While she's no longer in the traditional classroom setting, Ellie is still making learning fun and meaningful during lessons. I know firsthand my class loves library lesson days with her. This past year, I greatly enjoyed being a part of her One School, One Book program that was district-wide. As a parent and a teacher, it was a fabulous way to cultivate a love for reading. Regardless of the outcome today, I know that all 4 of these amazing educators are a perfect representation of what it means to be a teacher in Woodward. Engaging, caring, meaningful, invested are all adjectives that came up regularly when learning about them. We are so fortunate to have them in our district. Without further ado, if I can open. The Teacher of the Year is Ellie Pryor.
First, I want to thank God because anything good in me comes straight from Him. I feel truly honored standing here today. We have so many gifted, passionate educators in our district who pour themselves into our kids every single day. I'm just grateful to be counted among them. I'm so thankful to love the job I do daily. What a blessing that is. You know what I think makes a great teacher? And I heard it constantly with the students and with Mrs. Shirley. It's someone who loves teaching, loves learning, but most of all, loves kids, and they know it. Thank you again for this incredible honor and all of those who put this together. I share this with every colleague who shows up every day with their whole heart, hope, and the belief that our students can do amazing things. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for attending today. And the famous last words, according to Oscar Wilde, you can never be overdressed or overeducated. Thank you.
Just a couple of quick announcements, and then we'll get out of here ahead of 1 o'clock. We would like to have pictures with each group afterwards over here with family members and associates and things if we'll gather here afterwards. By the way, all the finalists, please take these pictures, and thanks to the Tech Center, they've mounted those for me for a number of years. Just a few announcements, forthcoming events. This the fruit closest to the ground, if you will, this coming Friday, Eggs and Issues, 7:30 at Northwestern Electric Cooperative. Certainly look forward to visiting with our legislators at the state capitol and getting a mid-session, I guess, update of what's happening there in the legislative session. A couple of outstanding plant sales are forthcoming, one this week, one next week. This week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the Woodward FFA has their annual plant sale. We'll be there near the FFA building Thursday and Friday, 12 to 6. And then again on Saturday from 9 to 2. Then the following week, High Plains Technology Center, another outstanding plant sale Wednesday, April 16th from 10 to 6. And then the following day, Thursday, April the 17th from 8 to 4. This coming Saturday, Spring into Flight, marvelous event set for the airport. I encourage folks to go out there and see some of the improvements that are being underway for the Woodward Airport. Fly-in, food, trucks, car show, so on and so forth. I think it gets underway about 9 o'clock and will run until mid-afternoon. The following day, April 13th on Sunday, Big Daddy Weave, an event promoting or benefiting actually the pregnancy center here in Woodward. So that, for the most part, pretty much does it for you that kind of pay attention to the calendar, our history buffs, if you will. Tomorrow, obviously, a dark day in the history of our great city, for it was April the 9th, 1947, that the Woodward tornado came through Woodward, destroying a large part of our community and killing over 100 of our residents. So keep that, the 78th anniversary of the Woodward tornado, still the deadliest tornado ever to come through the great state of Oklahoma. Congratulations to everyone. Thank you all so much for being here. We'll see you next month, Chamber Luncheon.